expensive. So when they go, that's why they can do a 50% off sale because they're like, guess what? Their price normally.
Their price would it still in some cases might be a little too much, but
yeah.
Sorry, pigs, take it.
Sorry, you fucking boot-looking bitch. That's the next step in like woke marketing is companies being like, yeah. It's just McDonald's being like, why don't you go to Burger King, you fucking bootlicking, you faggot.
Bootlicker.
You bootlicking.
There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, so you might as well get
might as well
just
go. Might as well just go to another fucking place. We don't even want customers, pussy. And people being like, I know where I'm eating lunch today. Retweeting it. I know where I'm getting a burger today at the place that did communism the right way this week. I can't wait to have my communist lunch and then go do communist shopping at Pottery Barn, who just released their trans retards fuck cops in the ass couch. Designed.
Made out of a Bolivian trans woman's pubes.
Right.
It's a throw rug.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't understand. Our slaves are ironic. It's performance art.
Oh, fuck.
That chop shit is so funny. Which it's like, I can kind of get.
What were the guys doing? They got the wrong guy. It was like a Breonna Taylor situation?
None of that. It doesn't matter. I mean, the thing is like you watch.
What even is it?
They were just in an SUV?
I watched a bunch of video from that night.
Yeah.
And when you watch all of the video, it's clear that there were like multiple shooting incidences throughout the night, none of which were caught on film. That whole like area is like a couple of blocks, and there's surprisingly not a lot of video. I guess it mostly clears out at night.
Right. What even exactly is it? It's a couple blocks.
We have the same thing
like
down
camping.
at Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Yes, people are camping.
It's like Occupy.
The city barricaded the streets off, and they like surrendered the police department, and they were like, "You guys do whatever you want." And in the beginning,
Amsterdam.
in the beginning, like it was like this fucking open air, like fucking music festival bullshit. I mean, just what you'd expect.
Drum circle.
You know, the people are like, "Oh, look, we have a community garden. See how much better communism is," which is exactly like
there's no money. Man.
The Das Bus episode of The Simpsons when Lisa's licking the slime off the rock. She goes, "Look, there's plenty of slime for all of us." And you know, I don't know. I mean, there was a couple of shootings there that like. The initial instances of violence were like scooped up immediately by right-wing people on Twitter to be like, "See, it's bad" or whatever.
Yeah, wasn't there like a SoundCloud rapper that was like?
Yeah, he was like handing out guns to people and shit, and declared himself the leader of this. Which even those kinds of criticisms, it's like whatever. But it's like now they have this fucking like. They developed some kind of like security force, I guess, which looks identical to fucking
Jesus
like Proud.
Christ.
Just people marching around with assault rifles, taking the law into their own hands.
Problem.
There's nothing you can there's no label you can put on that isn't militarized cop.
Of course,
that's
exactly.
it. That's all.
They're just doing the same shit.
And so, like on Sunday, they shot up some Jeep. There's videos of them shooting up the Jeep, and then the claim was initially on social media. From this one woman is like that happened to be the most viral tweet, but like not many people were paying attention to it. That it was fascists that tried to ram the barricade.
Oh yeah, they said agitators
and were shooting people, and then they got murked. You know.
Oh man.
And then this bitch is like, excellent shot placement, and the Jeep is like riddled with bullet holes. And she's like, 2 bullet holes, 1 for each passenger, and it's like we can see the picture.
So who is this bitch? She's somebody like celebrating that they're murdering people.
So they murdered people, and it's like and all that fuck around, find out nonsense.
Yeah. I love that. I love people that have never been in a fist fight in their life.
Yeah.
Never left the house.
Tweet that.
Yeah, and then. But instantly, at the same time, you could find other people that were there that saying it was 2 black teenagers.
Oh, damn.
So you could easily look into this and see that, like, there's some people saying that these are black teenagers.
Right.
But there's pictures and video of the immediate aftermath, and you can see this fucking car. All the windows are shot out,
lit up.
which would indicate that they weren't rolled down. So, and then there's people like, well, maybe they were shooting through their own windows. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
The fucking chop people are saying, oh, the car was stolen. It's like, well, you don't have any kind of database of stolen
You can't
cars.
kill anyone, motherfucker. You're not supposed to just murder
also,
people.
you're like proving the cops.
I know.
point.
Totally. You know how happy
You're setting it.
You
You're
know how
setting
happy
the
cops
movement
are?
back. Yeah.
So there's no evidence that there were any kind of fucking guns in the car whatsoever.
Okay.
Right.
And then they didn't let detectives in until the
And
morning.
no one's talking to cops.
And
right?
the cops are also dragging their feet because they know what it is. They're
Right.
they're like, good. That's all
Of
we have to do
course.
is wait 3
Yeah,
weeks.
the cops want this.
And this is, which was like, by the way, never mind. I mean, it's just like
What?
No, it doesn't matter. But yeah. I mean, I don't want to say one way or the other. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, of course they murdered unarmed black teenagers. Here's what is true: they did shoot a 14-year-old black kid and a 16-year-old black kid, and it was their police that did it. You know, so like,
Who even is there? Like, what even is that place?
self-appointed people? Like, it's all the complaints are like police don't have enough training.
Right,
They're over militarized.
right.
People with no
There's-
training that
There's
are
no
over, like,
accountability.
have assault rifles.
So even if these people were shooting and doing all of these things, presumably, it's like, okay, well, prove it. Where's your body cam footage? Where's the evidence? You have an accountability to the public if you expect that from the fucking cops. But I mean, here's what's annoying about it is that like all these people on the left are ignoring it because it's indefensible and it's wildly fucking
And it looks
hypocritical to
awful.
a cartoonish point. So the right's jumping all over it when it's like you could look at that and say, yeah, here you go. This proves that nobody should be a fucking cop.
Right.
Even the
Right.
most we've tried solving the answer with racial like identity. You know, okay, well let's just have more black cops. That doesn't solve the fucking
Yeah.
problem. Okay, well how about we have gay, communist, trans police officers, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck this is,
Yeah.
who have read all the fucking theory, who agree with every single woke point there is, and they'll appoint themselves police officers, and immediately they murder black teenagers.
Yeah.
So the answer
It's
is
Animal Farm.
that nobody should
become a pig.
nobody should have that kind of fucking power. Nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, nobody.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's a swish, Nick.
Well, I don't know if it's a swish.
I think you
it's definitely
just
something I
swished
could
it.
raise my voice about. But
No,
it's
I
like
think you're right.
that's you shouldn't just fucking like cower because everybody did the same shit with fucking Jussie and Covington, where it's like this clear thing where like liberals fucked up and fucking jumped the gun on something.
Mm-hmm.
Conservatives happen to be right, and then everyone just wants to like, oh well, we'll just
It's
let
so
them.
polarized.
These things where it's like you clearly look like a fucking liar if you got on board with this thing, and you're not trying to at least like
Well, are
just
people
get in
on
front
board
of
with
it.
it? What even is that shit? I really
Yeah,
truly
dude,
don't know
I
what
mean,
chomp is.
because this all exists on Twitter. It's not
Right,
like
right.
a mate. Nobody's. I mean, CNN's not going to fucking cover this.
Right.
None of it. But the problem is that this kind of shit spreads around fucking Facebook.
For sure.
It's-
Yeah, they're claiming shit like this
Tucker
happens all the
Carlson.
time.
Tucker Carlson will absolutely be talking about
Oh,
it.
100%.
yeah.
Trump will be talking
Don't
about
try-
this.
if
100%.
if he gets fucking wind of this, the Chop set up their
surprised he
own
hasn't
cops.
already.
I'm surprised too. I mean, it's weird.
I'm
that,
pissed. Chop. They've taken the good name of the best game
Cooking
show,
reality
cooking reality
show, yeah.
game show there is, and it fucking spit on its memory.
I'm thinking also, you gave me an idea, Nick, when you were saying that. When we go video, when we get all our tech set up, we should all be wearing body cams. I'm saying
True.
GoPros, multiple GoPros on our person.
Actually, that's how we should do video. Is Adam should be on his knees, handcuffed, and we can have body cams in full officer outfits, and just writing down everything he says on notepads.
Yeah, we
and
just
being like,
do-
well, hold on, earlier you said this, and just pointing out inconsistencies, and then it ends with me leaning on your neck until you die.
Yeah.
I like that. We should. It would be
That's
funny
cool.
if we had one fucking camera, but we also all had GoPros in our helmets,
Uh-huh.
and so the viewer could choose if they want stop view, if they want Adam view.
Exactly.
They see what we see.
and
Nick
then
view.
they could really have the experience of like living in our
Being
skin,
a
like
friend.
a being John Malkovich kind of experience of being on
Absolutely.
the show. You know, if you want to like,
we gotta charge $50 a month for that on Patreon.
that's extra premium
Yeah.
for sure. I think we're on to something right now.
I literally think that would be funny to do listen to
to
it
get
that
body
way.
cams.
Well, to get to
I'm searching it again, dude. I couldn't. I was like glued to Twitter yesterday, seeing if anybody's talking about this fucking thing. Because it's
I
just,
haven't
it's just,
seen
it's,
it.
It's why it's like absurd.
it's insane.
I mean, if it's as bad as it looks,
right.
which is that the Chop's self-appointed communist protection forces
Murdered a black child and is fucking covering it up.
murdered a black child, an unarmed black kid, and then put a 14-year-old in critical condition with gunshot. And then on video, you can hear them lighting up the car. And then after that, the guy says, "Oh, you're not dead yet? You want to get pistol whipped?" And then you can hear him
Jesus
bashing the
Christ.
fucking
Wait,
guy's
did
head
they? I mean, I'm sure maybe it's not out, but did they think that they were fascist agitators that they were shooting at?
I don't think
Who
so
knows?
at all.
Dude,
I think
what
it's,
happened
I think
is-
it's the people high tension. They've been carrying rifles around. They probably there was another shooting where that guy that Brandon Wardell's friends with and defended. What's his name? James Madison. That guy that Brandon had on his podcast to say that everything he does is right and that the chop was
Who
in the
is
right
that?
to murder.
He's just some guy.
Yeah, I don't know. But
James
there's
Madison?
There's another video of that guy like fucking taking somebody's phone after the last shooting. That one I didn't look at because any of the ones prior to this, if it's like if there was like gang on gang violence or something in Chop that was just pre-existing because that area has that, then you can't put. I mean, that's whatever.
Are there?
This is fucking completely different.
Well, yeah, it's like anyone that wants to be a cop,
Yeah.
even a gay-ass communist cop, is a piece of shit.
Right. I mean, it's you formed some kind of hierarchy there. I mean, you kick the municipality out of the area. You
Right.
establish some kind of fucking government. You like, I don't understand how power is organized in that place. But if somebody appointed themselves the security chief or whatever and made himself a cop, everyone should just immediately go home. Everyone should immediately go home and go online and say, "Hey, I was there. We can't do this because psychos came in and made themselves police officers."
Right.
I'm not going to say they're outside agitators from the right. You can draw whatever conclusion you want, but this immediately attracted people with guns that think that they're going to be the cops, and that's just going to lead to the same exact problems we already have.
Right.
So ridiculous.
That's it. That's the way everybody should have handled it.
Yeah, but those kind of things always are like magnets for crazy people too.